The New York City drinking water supply system is the largest in the United States. It provides over 1 billion gallons of water to the city that comes all along 125 miles from the western regions. But this enormous travel isn't happening because there's no water in New York, but because the water is polluted. One of the better examples is Gowanus Canal in Brooklyn, which has been polluted over more than 150 years and is practically considered as Brooklyn's dump. But this isn't a local problem either. Mexico, where we come from, as well as other countries, experience the same situation with their own water bodies. In order to have a better understanding of the problem, we studied one of the most polluted rivers in Mexico, the Atoyac River, which shares similar problems with the Gowanus Canal, not only pollution but also flooding. After mapping, modeling, and a long research process, we realized the greatest difficulty for these water bodies is the perception people have of them. Today, these rivers and canals have a negative connotation, resulting in an increase of the pollution levels. Ironically, we're grossly wasting a resource we couldn't live without. But how could we change the way thousands of people think? We designed a strategy that could bring people together and address their problem from the bottom instead of just clean it. We found inspiration on a millenary system of ancient Mexico. The Chinampas are fields above water in which harvesting is possible. They are built out of mud and organic disposals, allowing all year's production, as well as continuous ground renovation, water retention, and even bioremediation. But beyond these structural and functional benefits, the Chinampa's importance consists in its capacity of opening spaces and offering an extensive list of activities. That's why, for our project, we rethought the system and converted not only in a way of remediating water or harvesting, but also into a whole plan for revitalizing social structures through an intervention of the neighborhood. Our project focuses on the revitalization of existing spaces, along with the social regeneration of the neighborhood, in order to connect the Gowanus Canal with the people to become a connection instead of a barrier. In order to strengthen the neighborhood, the Chinampas act as a straightforward connection of 2 points that seek to clip both sides of the canal. There are 6 interventions: a harvesting area for existing restaurants and dedicated space for entrepreneurship, a cultural area seeking to reform the building for an auditorium and opening spaces for outdoor presentations, residential community crops, livable chinampas for the pedestrian, a transversal physical activity focused path, and resilient water level regulator spaces. The process is simple. It takes the polluted water through a biodigester and integrates it to the artificial lake. Then it will become part of the Chinampas ecosystem. All along, we also have the water level regulator spaces that take water into the aquifers. When water level unavoidably overruns its limits, the floating structures will become an elevated bridge between the canal and the buildings. A project like this makes people more aware of the canal's importance. For the government, not only would prevent spending $1.2 billion for remediating polluted water in 30 years, but will also reduce a $2.8 billion budget for filtering and a $1.6 million budget for improving water quality. The project would lead from a 7 to 10% capital gain. With the savings on the budget, we look forward to repurpose capital for affordable housing for people from the Gowanus. Finally, through a donation platform, people and sponsors could get information about the project and sponsor a Chinampa for getting the Gowanus neighborhood renewed, like the Friends of the Highland case. It's time to face this problem and become part of the solution. As humanity, we must reconcile with our supply sources through scientific and common participation, while remaining open to techniques that have proven efficient and sustainable.